you in love with Cassie?
Absolutely not. You can't be in love with a woman who is basically allowing herself to be slutted out, if I want to say that respectfully.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to take Puffy, girl. Okay, Puffy, this is your chick. You like to see her get slutted out. I'm going to slut her out. You going to pay me. I'm going to go about my business. That was
it. See this gentleman right here? Yeah, this man right here. Okay. This brother was one of the brothers that was getting paid from Cassie for services. Okay? What he alleges is pretty bad. Now, he's suing Cassie for some money now. I want y'all to hear his story. And family, let me know what you guys think while we're chatting, because I don't know what to think of this one. I don't know what to make of this one.
I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassie Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something, you women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassie Ventura for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced. I was drugged.
Now, I'm not one to judge no fucking body. But this motherfucker, I said, man, listen, y'all was looking at Craigslist or whatever y'all was looking at and saw this nigga and said, hey. Oh, nigga. And then it gets worse. Oh, no, his story gets worse. Oh, my God.
Someone hired me to be an escort. So maybe a year or two into it, I stopped. I got a job. I was an optician and I was trying to get my life together. I didn't have time for that, but Cassie paid me so well. It was kind of like a no-brainer. Beautiful woman, $5,000 every time I got to break her down. What?
Rico said during our interview last week that the pay was $5,000.
$5,000. I only got less than $5,000 one time, and that's the time Diddy drugged me. He gave me $1,500 to go home because I was completely drugged out of my face off of something he gave me.
I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider at her expense and at the expense of Diddy. Now, at the time, legally, I didn't know my rights as well as I do now. I didn't create this conflict with Cassie Ventura. She created it with me. She's the one who decided to bring up things that happened over 10 to 15 years ago to hold Sean Combs accountable for what was a partial truth. She's the person who introduced me to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's the person who told the U.S. Attorney's Office about our relationship. So in essence, those out there who want to hate on me, who want to say that I'm attacking Cassie, you should realize the truth, that Cassie Ventura, your idol, did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter. People, she tells you that Sean Combs made...
You hear what the man is saying? Yo, listen, what he is saying is Cassie, she's like the showcase madam. She's like the madam. She's like the one that was orchestrating the play 90% or at least a majority of the time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's 50-50. He said one time the motherfuckers was tired. She slept 8 hours. They trying to go. She's still trying to have more. Now listen, man. If the brother can prove it, no, we got some problems. If he can prove it, because I'm saying, based off of what was going on in the testimonies in the trial, I think Cassie was in cahoots with the situation. Yeah.
He gave me. But every other time I got $5,000. The time with Daniel Phillip and winning this order, I think I got like $11,000 in total from winning the order, then coming back and dusting her off again. I had an extensive history with Cassie. I see your face. You're like, oh my God, yeah.
How many hours did you go?
Oh, the longest I ever had was 4 days in Miami. You had to put your glasses on for that one.
Okay, now hold on for a second. So when you have sex for 4 days, do you stop to pee? Do you take breaks? What happens?
Yeah. It's kind of like, you know something? People don't realize something. Diddy is rich. He's as rich as a king.
Made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But I know the one time that did happen, that Sean Combs was not responsible for that. That Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle. And what I mean by that is I had no knowledge she was on her menstrual cycle because the room was completely dark. She manipulated the room. She manipulated the environment to get what she wanted, and then she totally got up like I was the one who should have been grateful. You're on your period. That's disgusting, and I deserved more respect than that.
I heard some wild stuff. All right. But this never came up in the trial. At least I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Now. If what he's saying is true, and it can be proven, yo, Cassie's one sick individual, man. But you gotta remember the text messages where not even where the Punisher said what she asked for. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna repeat it because it's disgusting. We're seeing her character. It's some kind of character there.
I don't know if you ever seen the HBO TV series Rome, like where there was with the Julius Caesar series Rome that they had years ago on HBO.
No, but I'm sure my husband has watched it. He watch all them type of shows. But
okay, a couple of years, HBO had a series, and in this series they had like Cleopatra, Mark Antony. They were smoking opium. They had a bunch of slaves in there that she was sleeping with that had larger members than Mark Antony. This is what a freak off really was.
Whoa.
I was made to be completely naked, baby oil, and basically kept on standby for every time Cassie needed to come.
Whoa.
Man, if I had laid down with a woman and forced myself on her and orgasmed in her and she got up and it was leaking out of her, so by statute, by case law definition, Cassandra Ventura sexually assaulted me. I'm not looking to destroy Cassie. I've given Cassie more than a year to settle this before things got out of control. The problem is she's being supported by women like you who would choose to attack male victims instead of accept the truth, which is that a woman could have lied to get revenge on the ex-boyfriend who broke her heart and hurt her. It happens, people. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and that's true. If you hurt some women, they will do everything in their power. If you hurt some men, they'll do everything in their power to hurt you. But I want to end this by saying this. Cassie did this to herself. They say he who sets out on the course of revenge should dig 2 graves. People, Cassie dug the grave that is Clayton Howard herself. Cassie got on the stand trying to destroy Diddy. She should have took her $20-30 million and walked into the sunset, people. She should have never gotten on the stand and created further liability for herself by telling more of the lie that she created to get this man sent to prison.
Yo, I agree with. If she would have took that money and left, the situation wouldn't be what it is today. I think her credibility on the stand made no goddamn sense. I don't even know why the prosecution brought the bitch on stand. She didn't do nothing to help their case. All they proved was she was getting paid to fly across country for Bhutan. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask my opinion, that's a prostitute. Because if he's getting the charge of being the one who's soliciting, well, what about the one who's, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say.
Whoa.
And I would be called to make her. I didn't have to eat her vagina. I didn't have to kiss her, even though she kissed me, which is disgusting now that I know she was letting people use her mouth.
You know what I'm talking about?
Prison for his life. She made a mistake when she got on the stand, people. She made a mistake when she got on the stand and lied about the events with Clayton Howard. Clayton Howard is a victim of Cassandra Ventura. Clayton Howard didn't ask to be in a relationship with Cassandra Ventura while she was sleeping with numerous men per week. I get it. You all think I was a nasty male prostitute sleeping with women, all different women all the time. It actually didn't work like that. To have certain types of people that can pay you that well, what you really have to do is you have to focus on people who are affluent.
The lights is turned off. I woke up and I see all this stuff. Because it's your cycle. Yo, nigga, that's assault. Yeah, I'm calling the police. I don't give a fuck. I'm tattletelling. I'm going back to the you know what I'm saying, elementary school, and I'm tattletelling. Fuck that.